We know it is the gift of a man or woman that makes a way for him. Okay, the Bible talks about us having different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. All of us, Romans chapter 12, verse 6. You're unique, you're loaded, you're blessed, you're empowered. Okay, you're not ordinary. There are no two of you. It is just you that can do something specific on this earth. It is also you that can solve a specific problem in a specific way for a specific set of people. So this is not the time to hide. This is not the time to be running around looking for solutions. You're carrying solutions. You're carrying insights. You're carrying ideas. You're carrying strategies. But the problem is that we have not minded. The Bible talks about David in 1 Samuel chapter 17. He was a shepherd skilled with slings. Okay, he just chose slings. He did not choose arrow. He didn't choose clubs. He said sling. He stayed with slings. I want us to trigger our thoughts this morning. What is that strength that God has given you that when you see an opportunity, you utilize the strength, okay, to activate the next season or the next level for you? What is that strength? What is that gifting? What is that thing that God has given you? Ask God for wisdom this morning to open our eyes. You may speak well. Please, in your workplace and in your business, speak well. You may write well. In your workplace and your business, write well. You may be good at networking and galvanizing teams together. You're going to sit down and think, what can I do well? And how can this thing add value to my business? How can this thing add value to some other person? How can this thing add value to my organization? You can be a good trainer. Why are you not training your team? David was recognized when he used his gifts. By the time you start putting your gift into use, people will recognize you. Going to ask God for wisdom. He gave you the gift to bless you. He also gave you the gift to be a blessing to others. Ask God for wisdom this morning. When we identify the core strength that God has given us, we will stop fighting with the wrong tools. Even when they forced David to take that armor, he said, no, go in this. He was referring to Saul's armor. Okay, so you need to know your weaknesses. You know your weaknesses. You struggle. David rejected that armor and used that sling that God gave him. So you have to stop copying others. Do you understand? Because Goliath, of course, was wearing armors, and it was only Saul that had an armor. And he felt, look, if this guy is wearing an armor, let my people wear armor so that they can win. But the guy in question doing the business, the guy in question, that is that career person, David said, no, I haven't used an armor before. I haven't used spears before. Allow me to use my sling. So David rejected that strategy, okay, and did what he knew how to do. I'm not saying don't go for training. I'm not saying don't develop yourself. I mean, when David was born, he wasn't born with sling inside the tummy. No, he developed a skill. So peradventure, you have a skill that you have not developed. He cannot give you cutting strategy. So why don't you find that area of strength and begin to build it? Let's ask God this morning for wisdom to operate where our strength is needed and not shy away. Wisdom to operate there, because sometimes those opportunities will come and we're scared and we'll just shy away. Why? Because we have not tested the sling. Sometimes we shy away from problems, but that is an opportunity, okay, to step into the next level. Now, there's a guy called Bezalel in the Bible. The Bible said that God filled him with skill and craftsmanship. How did the people know? Because he was using it. How did the people know? Because he was good. How did people know? Because there were results. I want everybody on this call this morning to be known for something. This is what you're known for in that organization. She's good with it. He's good with it. This is what you're known for in this market. He's good with it. She's good with it. It's a skill that God has given you, but it's your job to develop it. What skill are you building? You need to step up. What skill do you need to build? You need to step up. If you must kill big giants, you must build the skill that kills big giants. That's what you need to do. Okay? So in 3 years' time, what kind of giants you need to be killing? Okay. In 4 years' time, what kind of platforms you want to be playing on? In 7 years' time, where do you want to be working? In 10 years' time, what kind of volume do you want to be making or raking in? Today is the time to determine the skill you need for where you're headed to. For there are some people on this call, you're supposed to have taken your MBAs. Go and build business making skills, business creation skills, business management skill. It is a skill. What kind of skill? There are things they call us to do, and because we are scared, we are waiting for God to do that part for us. So we are scared. No. Mastery is that it's you. When they wake you up, you do it. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29 says, seest thou a man diligent in his business? The Bible said he will stand before kings. He will not stand before mean men. It means a man that is skillful and diligent. Skillful and diligent. He says, CEV translation says, see a man that does his job well. If you do your job well, you will, he said, you will work for rulers and never be a slave. He said, observe people, message, people who are good at their work, skilled workers. They are always in demand. They are admired, and they don't take the back seat anymore. Okay? So for a business person, there has to be something your business is known for. You're known in such a way that people say, if you want somebody reliable, go to these people. What is that one thing you're known for? You're in an office. If you need somebody that will deliver this task on time, focus, with precision, no errors, this is this lady. Okay, what value are you offering? Okay, what is giving you the competitive edge in the market? As a career person, what is your competitive edge? There are many people in that company competing for the same thing that you're competing for. But what about you is different that will make you excel? Is also your competitive edge. How you're able to serve, the results you produce. What is that skill? What is that gifting? What is that thing you're building on? I want to paint a scenario to you this morning. There was a widow in Zarephath. That widow was about to die, but God sent a prophet to turn her situation around. God will not leave you broken, except you're not focused. The second widow, the husband was owing. They wanted to sell her son. But as soon as the prophet declared it, he said, go, what do you have in your house? There's something you have in your house that God has given you to bless you. There's something that he has given you that as you have prayed this morning, the spirit of multiplication will come upon it. And when you take it to the market, God will show you favor. 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 God will show you favor.